Hey guys, I'm Nathan from Arms and Armor. Today I want to show you two different rapier hilts and talk through the differences between them as an illustration of the way that historical swords varied. So, the first one I want to show you is our Italian 3-ring rapier. I'm just going to set down this other one. So, these are two hilts that I've just finished. This one is actually going to be gilded, so it's going to get gold plated. It's about ready for that process. But this is the hilt from our Italian 3-ring rapier, which is a replica of a rapier from around 1580. That's in the Museo Pozzoli in Milan, where a long time ago we were able to check out some of their stuff. So this one is a AVB Norman type 58 hilt, which is characterized by these 3 rings with swells on them. You can see the way these 3 rings are stacked to protect the hand when you look at it. They're also very pretty. So we can look at this from several different angles. From the bottom of the 3rd ring here, we have a sweep that comes down and meets the knuckle bow about 2/3 of the way down the bow. And the knuckle bow on the sweep on the outside and the sweep on the inside enter at the same spot here on the knuckle bow. The quillins on this are straight and they gently expand. You can see that the quillin block is faceted with a sweeping upward block on it. The inner guard on this, so when I hold this sword, right, the 3 rings are on the outside and this side is the inner guard. So this is a 4-sweep inner guard. You can see how these bars, right, move up to protect my thumb, the outside of my hand, and also to complement the shape of the entire piece. If you look at it on the inside, you can see that the outer guard is slightly larger than the inner guard because when you hold it, the outside of your hand protrudes more than the inside of your hand, right? A lot of cheap rapiers or ones that aren't particularly historical have symmetrical sides. Some rapiers were symmetrical, but most of them you had the exterior guard being slightly larger than the interior guard. And you can just see some of the nice symmetries here. For example, right, this bar, when you turn the hilt, occludes and lines up with this sweep and this sweep, right? So they mirror each other, just as this one does with this and this. Right? When you look at a rapier hilt like this, you should look at it from all sides to really get a sense of how it's made. You can see on this one on the inside here, like all of ours, the inside of the guard is completely finished with as much care as the outside of the guard, just like the originals were. So let me show you the next example. This is our Lombardy Rapier, and this one's actually a lefty, which broke my brain a little bit to make it, not gonna lie. This piece is a Norman type 74 hilt, and it is also Italian, and it's also from around the year 1580. So these two hilts are contemporaneous. Right? The differences between them were primarily fashion, right? They both do the same thing, right? They both have 3 rings on the outside that protect your hand. They both have inner guards, although the Lombardy Rapier on the inner guard has a 3-bar inner guard instead of a 4-bar, right? Which they both happened all the time. Sometimes there were only 2 bars on inner guards. There were a whole variety of ways that that happened and worked. Right? So if I hold this in my left hand because it's lefty, you can see how the outer guard protects my hand, the inner guard protects my thumb. Right? The quillins on this one are similar to the 3-ring. They actually flare a bit more. And the quillin block, right, while they look kind of similar at first when you look at them, this one is smooth and it has a less dramatic peak on the quillin block than the 3-ring does. Right? They have different details filed in. Right? So on the 3-ring rapier, you can see this filed detail next to the quillin block. On the Lombardy Rapier, the file work reflects these discs and complements that design motif that the piece has. Right? Another interesting thing that we can look at here is as we turn this one sorry, it's confusing me, this way. This is one of my favorite hilts because of the way that these 3 rings stack up and look essentially like a coiled spring when you turn it on its side. So they are designed to resemble a single screw, even though they're 3 separate pieces. I've just shaped them so that they appear that way from the side, just like the original piece appears. So these 2 hilts, same time period, same country. The differences between them, primarily fashion, and I think you'll agree they're both very pretty and elegant. No gentleman or gentle lady should be without a really nice rapier. All right, thank you guys very much. Take care.